محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Jazakallah khair for attending. This is non-official meeting. It's just for the purpose of debriefing after we have gone through so much, de-stressing, because I know we've endured so much stress, and just to get an update for moving on the rest of the time in Azizia before we inshallah head to Medina. How is everybody doing so far? I don't think anyone is relaxed. Myself, all the muscles in my body are aching, and I'm assuming it's the same for everyone. This is probably the most walk we have had from the previous time we've been here. Back home we don't do that. Every time I come to a Hajj or Umrah, this is the normal walk. So alhamdulillah, this is part of the trip. And again, going through the stress that we have endured in terms of traffic and in terms of the lack of cooperation from the locals around us, the way people deal, that's part of the game. So we are, I guess, so far waiting for to drop our luggage to start, with order. I think luggage needs to be dropped by 2 a.m. as I was very informed. And then from there, inshallah, we will be going to leave tomorrow in 2 groups. Trains 2:30 and 5:30. Leaving to the station would be 3 hours in advance to avoid surprises on the road, as what happened to us this morning. We were supposed to leave 7, we ended up leaving by 10:30. And inshallah from there we will be going by train to Medina. Train ride, I've tried it, it's comfortable, similar to trains back home. It's a nice ride to enjoy. And in terms of the luggage, I don't know, like last year I was able to have my carry-ons, there was no problem. There's like a station in the train, but I'm sure that everybody will be bringing their own, so try to minimize the carry-ons with you and let the rest go with the truck. This way, inshallah, you'll be having less headache carrying stuff around with you. And I know, inshallah, once we get to Medina, we will be probably having a new program upon our arrival. I am hoping that we will be able to catch Jum'ah in Medina, inshallah. And it should be, because whether we're leaving 2:30 or 5:30, we're still going to be able to make it before, inshallah, Jum'ah. And from there, inshallah, we'll be having our program of ziyarat. Medina is completely different. It's totally different experience to Mecca. Mecca, subhanallah, is the busiest city in the world. Mecca by nature is a desert, rough environment. People here also, interaction is very rough. And then Medina, you will see completely different. The siren there, for the fire truck or for ambulances, is even so nice and soft. They don't have that like this, alarming. They have like a Christmas tree, flashing. So, alhamdulillah, you'll be able to enjoy and relax after the hardships we have endured in Mecca. But you will be missing the 100,000 actions, reward for every act. That's the thing we will be missing. Salah in Masjid al-Nabawi is 1,000 times. Here it's 100,000. May Allah Azza wa Jalla bring us here multiple times, inshallah, and help us to get as much as possible. That's pretty much from debriefing, de-stressing. I know that Sister Sarah is going to be doing, inshallah, a session primarily for the sisters, mindfulness. I don't think we're going to be having music therapy nor dance therapy. It will be probably, a therapy for the sisters to help them, de-stress and deal with the situation we're in. So this is so far what I have. Do you have any questions that I'm able to answer for you? I know that the rest of the team was supposed to be here, but they're locked down. I tried to aggravate them, make so much noise before I leave. No one responded. Yes, brother.
You mentioned 5:30 for the train departure, but the app shows 5 o'clock.
Okay, and whatever it is. Like, I know that there are 2 times departure for the train. But we need to be there, like I said, leave from here 3 hours in advance. That's the most important part. Yes. Yeah. Make more sense.
So, 2 things. One is luggage drop-off.
Yeah.
The recommendation from Muhammad Khalil was 2 a.m. I requested, I responded and said, is 11 p.m. okay? And I got a green dot for
him?
time. So I'm going to assume that dropping off luggage at 11 p.m. is okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna double check with the reception downstairs if it's safe to leave the luggage downstairs, or maybe we can probably leave them by the second mizan.
Okay.
Yes, that mezzanine. I think this would be probably safe place to leave them in.
Second question
Yeah.
is, my wife and I are on 2 different train schedules.
Yeah, that's a beautiful point that you brought up. Okay, good. So hers they deal with the tickets. Tickets are not assigned by name. That's I guess why I think it took them a long time to announce it, which is surprising to me. So this means that we're able to rearrange. So let's say if a couple split in 2 different times, you can make arrangements with someone. We need to know who is which list we're in. Hopefully we'll be asking for that soon. So we're able to switch, especially for young brothers or singles. I don't think they would mind to switch, so that the couple are able to unite with each other, inshallah. So let's make this a process easy for all of us. But inshallah, once we have the list of what time are we leaving, then we will be able to make the arrangements, inshallah. This year.
How about the visit to the Rawda Sharif? Does everyone need to just stand up and be there? Or is there going to be a group visit?
Router booking. Router booking.
Yeah, Rawda. Now here's the deal with the Rawda. I know that Rawda entry is based on the app, booking, and they enforce it when we go to Medina. Now the good part is that Al-Bayt will be making arrangements for us. So we will be going together as a group, and this will give us inshallah a chance to
So you don't
interact.
have to individually sign up for yourself. You don't have to do it for yourself.
Yeah, if you did it, alhamdulillah, because I don't think they would recognize that we will be coming in a special permit with a Bayt. So if you have done the booking, go for it, go multiple times. No one can, no one would notice that. In the past, Rawda was open. Even during Hajj time, there were no restrictions, and people were managing. I'm not sure why they did it this way this year, but inshallah, at least you will get the chance to pray in Rawda this trip.
The other problem is people who went already within the last year, you cannot book it on. They will tell you you've been there within 365 days, you cannot get a permit.
SubhanAllah,
That's why we're waiting on the
I didn't even bother to book it.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's chaotic.
Yep.
The lineup, I remember last year with the lineup, we went probably to 3 different stations.
Right.
If every station you wait for like significant time, and then eventually they let you in, and once you walk in, the guards will be by their heads. Whoa. But I want to pray to look, I want Khushu'a. Let someone else
And the
come.
people who go there will pray Tarawih, and you'll be waiting for a time to pray, and you cannot.
Yeah, I hear you. But alhamdulillah, we will get the chance, inshallah.
Inshallah.
This is just
I'm hearing you say that several of us have app issues, some people can't look for time. You're saying, look, if you can't go, we're doing it.
Yeah, my understanding is from Muhammad Khalil. He said that he already have made arrangements for us. But if you were able to get another booking, on the app, why not? It's a blessing, but again, keep in mind the time, the process of getting in is too late. Like the time it takes you from, lining up and all the details takes too much, takes too much time.
Our group is going to do Tawaf al-Wada in a little bit more. My fear is, and Bait says we're going to bring the bus for luggage at 2 a.m. and then suddenly we're there and the buses are here. Is there a way we can put our luggage in an assigned place right now?
Yeah, this is what Brother Mohsen sent a message saying at 11 o'clock, and inshallah I'll be after this or after Maghrib going downstairs to reception.
Okay.
Make sure that we will have an assigned area in the second level when we first come, where we'll have safely our luggage kept until the bus comes to pick them up. So I'll just make sure that they will assign an area for us that is safe, so we can leave them in advance.
Can it be a little earlier than 11? Because we were going to go
Yeah.
to Mekka within the next hours.
Okay, inshallah, I'll go to them right now.
Okay, thank
So
you.
I just don't want to, hopefully if we finish early, I'll go there, inshallah. Yes, for that. Alaykum assalam wa rahmatullah.
So we did the on Monday, and I was told that we have to do it again because we stayed here longer than insurance had to.
Here's the deal with the Tawaf al-Wada. Tawaf al-Wada, in theory, should be done as you're leaving Mecca. The Prophet ﷺ did his Tawaf al-Wada before Fajr, and he prayed Fajr and proceeded immediately out of Mecca. Now, in our circumstances, and I hope that Allah will guide me to say what is appropriate. You know how long it took us to get there and to come back from there. I have now. I'm traumatized. I need some help. Seriously, this is my first experience being traumatized in Mecca. The traffic is unusual. The blockade, the block of the roads, the lockdowns, it's unheard of. So, theoretically speaking, you should be having a Tawaf al-Wada and exit, leave right away. Practically, it's impossible. Now, should I avoid, doing Tawaf al-Wada altogether, or should I do something? If I am able, like this sister, she's going to be leaving shortly to do Tawaf al-Wada. This is like the healthiest, not 100% by the way, you're still not 100%. The 100% should be to go in the morning, do the Tawaf al-Wada, and come back. Now,
We wanted to do Rajam first, that's the problem. And I have a
no,
small.
hold on. I'm saying that, you do your best.
I have a very small tab or like a feedback. Like our group wanted, so this is my first Hajj, this is my mom's first Hajj, she's 7 years old. God knows if we'll be able to do Hajj again or not,
May Allah
right?
give you a long time.
So we're still here, we're not sick, alhamdulillah, we live really close. We wanted to do all 3 days of Ayyam Tashriq and Mekka. And we wanted to do the Rajam after Zawal until Maghrib, so we tried our best. And then our group was told that everybody's gonna leave, it's gonna be a ghost town, we're going now, so we stayed. And then this morning we texted saying, is there an ability to just talk to Al-Bayt buses that our group was left behind and just get one? Nobody answered.
Yeah.
Although people were texting and the group leaders were answering, nobody. I went myself outside, there were a lot of Al-Bayt workers there, and I said, please, you guys are boarded, because like the camp next to us, everybody stayed. And I said, please, can you guys take us to our hotel? And our hotel is a little further away than theirs. And so one nice man of Al-Bayt went and talked to the driver and said, hey, please, can you drop these 8 people? And they did. But I was just upset that we had leaders that, you guys did your best, you guys did a lot, alhamdulillah. We didn't want anybody to stay with us, we were fine. But we wanted at least somebody to make a call and say, hey, we have some people left behind, can you help them? And that's why we're doing the walk now, because we just did Jamaat.
I apologize, first of all, and you have the right to be, upset. But I personally speak about myself. I was overwhelmed with so many other things that I thought the admin would be responding to this, because it's not within my capacity to be able to do any arrangements. Like, this is why you probably have seen me from the beginning of this trip. I've gone beyond my role, and I've put myself into troubles per se, but I said no problem for me, because alhamdulillah, I do it for the sake of Allah. But I acknowledge and I know that there has been a lot of flaws in this trip, and I have to, I don't know if I should say this because this is going to be posted on YouTube. And Adam has done an excellent job. This is my first time with them, but my experience with them, my feedback, they're amazing. The problem is with the bite. Like, these guys are insane. Like, seriously, the way they handle things, especially from Arafah transporting us to Muzdalifah, the way they boarded us in Muzdalifah, it's unheard of. You talk to them, they're like, Akhi, can you talk to me logically? We have large group, we have arrangements, we have whatever. So this is something we need to give as a feedback to Adam, so that they will deal with it with the bite.
But the point I also I'd like to bring up is, whenever we have these meetings, we don't see anything from Adam here. It's like they're inaccessible when we want to have these conversations.
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Like when we have these discussions, representatives from Adam are never here. The statements are made and they're
Well,
gone.
there's only one Muhammad. If we split it into 3, how many? We have 5 groups, I think. We can split them to 5 different slices. But again, you have a point.
I don't want to go further into the issue, but I
Yes.
think there have been faults on Adam as well,
Yeah.
and they're not beyond. They have to take their time.
And it's your privilege and your right to give that feedback. I can't give it to them
And
because
I wish I could if they were here.
Yes.
Wallahi, that's all I want.
Listen to me. I can't give that feedback because it would sound like I'm,
I know, and I don't want
yes.
that, but I'm hoping somebody's here.
This is your privilege. This is your right, and I think all of you should be giving feedback. Say this is like our feedback to you for to improve your quality of service. That's what it is.
And that's all I want, right? Alhamdulillah, I finished my Tawaf al-Wada, I finished my Adhkar. So, I'm saying this, with sincerity that I think they could, even within, I know Al-Bayt has issues, but within Adam, they could have done things better to logistically work.
Again, akhi, not for your sake, for the sake of the next Hajjis in the future.
Without a doubt. Because
Give
inshallah, when my relatives come with Adam, I want them to have better time.
excellent. There you go. So
That's all
give
I want.
feedback for constructive feedback for the improvement of the quality of
But
the
the
service.
point is,
Yeah.
they're never here.
And I know that's insulting. This is how I could say it. This is a new experience for all the travel agencies outside are dealing with the new system. So the feedback is important to improve the quality of service for our Hajjis. Not only alhamdulillah, we're done, but there will be people coming in the future. Let it be constructive feedback to improve the quality of Hajj for those to come, inshallah, in the future.
Brother, I gave feedback to Muhammad Khalil. You remember? We were in Mina. I gave feedback to him directly on his face.
Excellent.
I
And the
told
brother,
him
wallahi, is
exactly-
amazing. He's always listening.
That's not going to help.
Yeah.
What is going to help is to give the feedback regarding Al-Bayt to the Ministry of Hajj in Saudi Arabia. They have selected 10 companies to which we are bound, to which you are bound.
Yeah.
Adam is bound. All of us are bound.
Yeah.
So they should get rid of this Al-Bayt and put someone else in. And that feedback is no one else is going to give. I'm going to give to the Saudi authority.
I said
So they
again,
are selecting these companies and tying our hands.
practically speaking, feedback is very helpful for for everyone. It's not whining and complaining. It's giving constructive feedback so that the quality of service for the Hajjis to come in the future will be inshallah much better. Unfortunately, I said again, this is part of the Hajj experience. But I admit with you, I agree with you. I have alhamdulillah been here at Hajj many times. This is one of the difficult times I have I've done it. Any other feedback? Yes, Sister Sarah.
I saw feedback today in the email.
Okay.
I think it was from the Ministry of Hajj.
Yeah, I saw that. It's like
Very
the
much
guys.
on time, so everybody should have that.
Are you real? Is this serious?
I had to agree, I haven't filled it out yet, but there was a feedback request
Yes.
in the email.
Yeah, you're right. Yes, go ahead.
So when we gonna figure out what train are we gonna be leaving with or what time? Now, I mean, it says 5 o'clock,
What train and what
but they are
time?
saying that there are 2 times where there are no names on the ticket and it might change to.
Apparently, it's just a ticket without a name, and
Okay,
then 2 groups. And as Brother Muslim was saying, there are families who are split between the 2 times.
right.
And once we have the list of who's who, then hopefully we'll be able to make the arrangements and unite the couples together.
Sheikh, I would be.
And when is that gonna be?
I hope it's going to be soon because we're leaving tomorrow. Yeah, hopefully.
So it should be tonight.
Exactly.
I would be careful making that comment though, because I took the train on the way here. So now maybe because it was the start of Hajj season, I will say that at multiple entry points, they did confirm my ticket to name.
Yeah,
So
again, I did. I booked my ticket on the train last year, and they checked. It's like boarding an airplane.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
again, we're dealing with Al-Bayt, and this is what Al-Bayt. So that's what.
I would be careful because I know on the way here at least
Yeah.
multiple times because I actually mixed up the passport and ticket, and the agent got mad at me because I had in my mother's ticket and my passport,
Yeah.
and he immediately rejected it. He said, "Where is this person?" I said,
we'll,
"Standing right here."
we'll ask Brother Muhammad about this. Make
I
sure
would double
that
check that.
it's exactly
Yeah,
right.
because I would.
That's a good point.
Because I saw much more stricter checkings on the way here, but maybe it was the start of Hajj season. So now we're going back to Medina. They may not care anymore.
That's true. You're right. But quickly, so we can give you a chance, sisters, to have a session with Sister Sarah. I'm very keen for you to do it because it's going to help you a lot. What we're doing right now is going to help reduce our anxiety, stress, which is something we need to be able to move on. Yes, sister.
Inshallah, if we're going on a 2 o'clock train or 2:20, do they individually hand us the train ticket when we're on the bus, or how do we do that?
I'm assuming we have to have something in our hand. We need to have something in our hand, whether it's electronic
Yes.
or whether it's printout. But definitely we need to have something in our hand. So I'm assuming if it's gonna be no name ticket, there has to be like a voucher that we can use, scan, because everything is there fast. Scan and move on. Yes. Yeah.
So there's a bus
Yes, that's another issue because train stations also not too far from Mecca, but reaching there at this time is also difficult. So we need to give enough time. And I think 3 hours in advance is reasonable to make sure that the bus will get us there on time. You know, moving out from the bus and getting into the station. So alhamdulillah, that's I think reasonable time to leave 3 hours in advance.
But they don't have it yet?
No, it is. It's arranged. So whether your bus, your ticket as 2 or 5, your bus will be 3 hours before. And that's what they said. And inshallah, just make sure you're ready to go by 3 hours before your departure of your train. Anything else? Go ahead.
Well, no, I was going to suggest maybe taking advantage of the time for something more positive. We could discuss about the adab of visiting the Prophet discussing the adab of visiting it. What should we do in the Roda? How should we progress?
That will leave inshallah when the rest of the Mashaykh are here. I don't want to be hijacking the attention.
Okay.
But as I said to you, moving from Mecca especially to Al-Madinah, completely different, different experience. It's much nicer, quieter. Be mindful you're going to visit the city of the Prophet ﷺ. The respect to people around you. Once you go, let's try to spend. Unlike Mecca, it's not going to be difficult for us to go to the Haram. So my recommendation: minimize your time spent at the masjid and increase your time spent in the masjid. In the masjid, decrease the time in the hotel and increase time in the masjid, and make sure you catch up with your Quran recitation. Remember, this whole trip was about reconnect, engage, recharge. Let's have another trip in Medina. It's beautiful. Subhanallah, you will feel the connection. You will feel, the spirituality. There, inshallah, we'll be able to go visit the Prophet ﷺ and say salam to him. Different other attractions. We'll be able to go to the Baqiyah, the grave yard next to the Prophet's mosque. Inshallah, we'll be going to the sites and kind of get a taste of what's it like was when the Prophet ﷺ and Sahaba, the post of Uhud, what happened, the details, Al-Khandaq. I'm not sure if there's still anything left from it. But the environment there is still, it reminds you about the Sahaba and the Prophet ﷺ. Yes, sir.
So so is there like so is Al-Bayt going to provide like a bus ride to the Ziyarah sites? And
Yes.
Is there a schedule so we can plan around that?
I shouldn't have said yes, but that's realistically it should be. I'm not sure if it's in Bayt or Adam, but it will be arranged. That's something we
So
will.
I guess my question how far advanced can we have that so we can have our plans as well? Right?
I think it's already like mentioned. Like I know that before even we left, it's scheduled for.
There's a schedule and notice, but forgive me if I take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Given everything that's happened for 5 days.
Yeah. No, but inshallah, then in this case, we can send inshallah a message, or I'll talk to Brother Muhammad, so we can have a clear.
Because if we can get a schedule for the next 3 days, like by
Yes.
today or tomorrow,
Yeah.
then we can plan our activities around it.
I know the schedule is there; it's already arranged. We just need to get it out in the public.
Okay.
Because I know that we discussed it weeks before our departure from home, and it's already known and clear. But we just need to get it out. Again, I think they're part of why they haven't been posting things in public because of the uncertainty from the other side. طيب, can we say, Uncle, you want to say something?
No.
Okay, I'm switching your head. In fundraisers, I say to people, be careful, switching your head could cost you some money. That system. Yes. Yes. Yes, so we'll be all together going inside as a group. And inshallah, this will give us a
Sheikh,
advantage.
I think-
Would not be pushed, would not be,
I think minimum is
rushed out.
separate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just about to say that.
Sheikh,
I know for sisters you have different timings. Normally yours is after Fajr. While the brothers it's going to be at night. This is normally the setup of the Rawdah. They divide between brothers and sisters. The brothers are given the night time, and sisters normally given after Duha time.
So the sisters had both the time slots, but then me and the ones working, there are some spots during the times you're not supposed to pray after Fajr, so what's the safest bet on that?
The shuruq time is normally time you cannot pray, and they are mindful of that. But they often offer that. And I remember in the past, but it's open for significant time to accommodate the sisters' needs, inshallah.
Do you have that kind of advice? What time is my Rota as a group for women and what time is it
I
for
think it's already mentioned, isn't it?
No, we
I know for the brothers,
I
I remember we discussed it like in the imams, and we specified the time for the brothers to be like in the last third of the night before Fajr, and for the sisters it's going to be immediately after the Ishraq. But I'm not sure if they had the confirmation yet or not for that. But that we requested as imams. We said we need the time for the brothers to be in the prime time, and for the sisters to be like the after Ishraq time. Like, any other questions? I think the sisters were, did you raise your hand? Like, with this inshallah we say سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك اشهد ان لا اله الا انت نستغفرك ونتوب اليك وعسى يسوي في نصر الذين امنوا وعملوا الصالحات وصلوا الحق وصلوا الصوم. Sisters, as a group, as I said, I want you to go have a session with Sister Sarah. Take advantage of her expertise. It's not paid, so maybe this is a taste of what you're going to get from her when you go back home. May Allah inshallah bless everyone and bless our time here and increase our rewards and help us inshallah to do more ibadat. This is the spirit we want to create as a family, so we can maintain it and keep it even after we're back home inshallah. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.